Hello children, how are you?
Good.
That's the way. Can you see this photo here?
Yes.
What story does that tell you?
It's a wedding.
What happens at a wedding?
People, after they've done the thing, they all have a big feast.
Okay, excellent. I want to talk about a wedding that Jesus attended with his disciples. It was called the wedding at Cana. And in that wedding, they had lots of food and lots of wine. It was a little bit different in those days. You know, our weddings only last for a day, really, don't they? Half a day, maybe. In Jesus' day, weddings could go on for a week. Now, that's a big party, isn't it? Anyway, Jesus was at a wedding with his disciples. All of a sudden, the wine started to run out. And so Jesus' mother, do you remember what her name was?
Mary.
Mary said to Jesus, look, we're running out of wine, can you do something about it? So Jesus told the stewards who were looking after all the wine just to take the 6 large jars, like a big barrel, and to fill them with water. So they filled up these large barrels and then took them to the fellow who was in charge of all the feasting. And as they took them to this person, they went from water and they were changed into wine. Well, I thought I might try that this morning. What do you reckon? I've got some water here with me. You can see that in the little container. And I thought I might try and change that into wine. Now, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I thought perhaps I could use this Ribena. And then I thought I might pour that ever so gently into there. Now, how do you reckon it's working, all right?
Yeah, sort of.
Now, is that going to be wine?
No.
No, what is it?
Juice.
Watered down Ribena, isn't it? It hasn't changed anything at all. What did Jesus do? He didn't add anything, did he? What did he do?
He just put the water in.
And then he more or less just spoke and said, take the water, and as it went up to the head of the feast, it changed into wine. What do we call it when something changes that's impossible for us to do?
Miracle.
A miracle, isn't it? We can't explain how that can happen, but it does. And that's the important thing that the wedding at Cana reminds us, that Jesus is the Son of God. And as such, he can do anything that he wants to do. He can change water into wine. There's nothing that he can't do in this world. Perhaps we can always keep that in our mind and give thanks to God, who is always watching over us. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many gifts of life that you give to us. We thank you that you care for all people. We know that you're always watching over us. Help us to realise that there is nothing in this world that you cannot change. There's nothing in this world you cannot do. Help us always to talk to you and share our problems and also our joys in life. Amen.